Listen, I am Dr. Nikki Zeigler. I'm the founder of the Convo with Dr. Nikki Zeigler. It is storming here in Alabama. It is storming, but we're going to keep pushing. I'm excited because I have some amazing authors that we had away. I've been doing this for the last week and a half, and it has been amazing meeting people from all over the world. Beautiful authors, Christian women of God who just keep it real. They tell their story. They're authentic, and God has bestowed a mantle on their life in the area of writing and telling what they either gone through, what they what they've conquered, all types of different things that have been discussed on this virtual book tour. So go ahead, take out time to go ahead and like, share, and tag. Like, share, and tag. Like, share, and tag. And let me know, hey, Dr. Nikki, I am on and I see you. Good morning. Go ahead and tag some people to this live, because I'm telling you now, the woman of God is here and we're going to be discussing her amazing book. I am Dr. Nikki Zeigler. I am the founder of the Herpreneur Network, which is an organization for Christian women in business in the marketplace. Our theme is fixing her crown is what I do. We maintain crowns. We love on you. We talk about business. We talk about ministry. We deal with the 7 pillars of life as a Christian woman. And so I'm also the founder of the Life Christian College, which is an institute that allow you to get your public speaking, business coach, branding coach, life coach, grieving coach, fitness coach. Also started in January, my husband Jeremiah and I will be starting our school where you're able to get your PhD, your master's, your bachelor's, and associate in Christian studies and biblical studies. So if you're ready to get certified, or if you need that degree because you know the word, but you want to go ahead and take your education to another level, allow us to get you there. It is online and in person. And third, but not least, definitely not least, I am the publisher of HBCU Magazine, which is a magazine for those who either graduated from HBCU or even attended HBCU. Go ahead and check out our website, www.thehbcumagazine.com. And I am here to serve. So enough about me. Let's get into this book. Let's get into this author. Let's get her on. Welcome to the network. Welcome to the Convo with Dr. Nikki Zeigler. Happy to have you, Queen.
Good morning, Dr. Nikki. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you this morning. And I heard your introduction about the HBCU magazine. I'm an SU alumni, Southern University.
What are you?
Yes, Southern University.
Okay, come on, Southern University. Okay, I see you. We have a new book that's coming out called The Who's Who of HBCU, so you might want to get yourself in that book.
Okay, check it out. All right, most definitely. Watch out there.
So tell us, the main question I always ask when I have a new author to come on this particular amazing platform is, when the book got in your hand, what was your response?
I think I was still in disbelief that, God, you did this. This is really happening. It's really finished. It was like a 7-year project from the time God gave me the seed to the time of its manifestation. So when it really did manifest, I was just like, wow. Everybody was like, are you really excited? I was like, no, honestly, my excitement is going to come when I hear testimonies of the lives that have been impacted because of the work. Not because I finished the work, but that its purpose for being finished has been fulfilled. So,
that's good. I never heard that response before, so this is a good one. Okay. She says not about, her completeness, about the response that happens when they read the book and what kind of impact it's going to be. That's awesome. So I see, what is the name of the book?
The name of the book is I Am Valuable.
I Am Valuable. What made you decide to name the book that?
I work with women, and I've noticed that so many women have low self-esteem. they have low self-worth, don't really understand just how beautifully created they were by God. So in an effort to get them to see just how wonderfully beautifully created God, how much thought went into God's creation of Eve, for her being labeled the mother of all things, and being created a woman. And then I use Vashti's story out of the book of Esther, because her
Mhm.
story is mostly overlooked. And it's like us, a lot of women in our lives, we're overlooked. We don't think we have value. We don't think we're worth anything. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Nobody wants to read what I wrote in the book. Nobody wants to hear me speak. We undervalue ourselves so much, but it's so vital that we see ourselves the way God sees us, the way He intended for us to be received when He created us. If we want to get something started, it's going to take a woman to get it done.
Come on
New
now.
life, to bring forth new life, it took a woman to get it done.
Come
So
on.
whenever God wants to do a new thing, it's going to take a woman to get it done. He's not going to leave her out. He was very intentional in her creation.
I like that intentional woman. Okay, come on now, intentional woman. And and with that being said, we must be intentional in this
Absolutely.
season. We have to be intentional. We got to understand our worth. And I think a lot of us don't appreciate what God is doing in this season. We have to allow God's name to be glorified. But in the midst of it, God want to use us to push and catapult even our husbands. I'm married. I don't know if you're married or not,
I am
but
33 years.
come on, oh, you can teach me some. Okay, come on now, 33 years
Mhm.
marriage, and
Right.
let me put a plug right there. So we got the marriage cake coming up. It's gonna be February, Valentine's weekend in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Listen, those who are watching, meet us in Gatlinburg. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, back to the interview. So with that being said, you better put a plug up in that thing. But
That-
what being said, it's our job even to push our husbands. We got to make sure he's fulfilling the assignment that God has. We cannot allow him to die or allow him not to fulfill the assignment that he has, that God has for our husbands as well. So even our children, God help us to push we're valuable in our kids. We're valuable with friendship and relationships. But you're right. A lot of women don't value who they are and they lower their standards all because they either want to have a title and marry someone who God never told them to marry. They lower their
Absolutely.
standards to take a cut and pay job because they don't feel incompetent to get that big job and they don't want to. You got to put in the work. You got
You
to put in
do.
the
You
work.
have to step forward, believe in yourself. And most of the thing that hinders us is a lot of times, the book actually starts out where it says, remember, as a kid on the playground, we used to say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Or I'm
Mm.
like rubber, you like glue. Anything you say bounces off of me and sticks on you. The reality is, a lot of stuff that's been said to us negatively has
Mhm.
stuck. And we've
Sure.
allowed that to marinate and allowed that to define who we decide we are going to be. We're doing it either because we're going to disprove, no, I'm gonna prove them wrong that that's not who I am, but not
Mm.
really understanding you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. All you have
That's
to do is walk in the grace and the glory that God has on your life. God will open the doors for you when you trust Him. When you release that hurt, release all those things that you've allowed to hinder you in your life, the path that God has for you, no man can hinder. Nothing they can say about you will change what it is that God has ordained for you.
wow, that is awesome. And the good thing about it is just like you say, it goes back, for me, it goes
Mhm,
back to as a young girl. Saying
mhm,
what value did you see in yourself then, and then what it ended up happening as you build the momentum of as a woman. Did you take that little girl with you, or did you see the value in what God was trying to mold you to be, or did you do your own thing? A lot of us did our own thing. I'm
mhm.
raising my hand because I was that girl. I was disobedient. I'm the pastor daughter disobedient. I just wanted to do what I want to do. And it caused me to devalue my life. It caused me to make so many mistakes growing up and being so I don't know. Say God said, no, you be growing in me.
Mhm.
Let me grow you. Let me build the value up in you so you can understand that the only reason why you're breathing is because you're breathing for me. You're not breathing for yourself.
And
So
but the powerful thing is in it that even when you tried to be grown, you tried to be on your own, you can now even see God's purpose in allowing you to do so.
now that's a word. I really can. And I didn't
Mhm,
understand. Even when I went through the stuff that I went through, I was just like, man, this is a lot to go
mhm.
through at the age of 23, 25, 29. But God said you was built for it. You know, he good for it. And I tell people, even on Clubhouse, I go to Clubhouse a lot. You know, a lot of stuff that you go through, it really was to help someone else too. You
Mhm.
know, but you got to build the momentum up in yourself. You got to value yourself. You can't minister to somebody else if you're broken.
That's
That ain't
it,
work.
absolutely. And so many times we don't take the time to heal, and we minister, and in our ministry that is causing more hurt than it's causing healing because we haven't taken time to heal. And that's what
Ooh,
somebody was asking me, why did it take 7 years for you to finish it? I was like, because there's some things that Minister Woods would have said that God wouldn't allow Elder Woods to say. I can't write something to get you to a point of healing when I hadn't been healed myself. There was
ooh,
still
that's
some
good.
stuff God had to work out in me, take out of me, so that when I did this book, when I wrote it, it could be in love. And that's all that would be sensed when it's read from the pages. The love that God has for you because He's shown it to me. So I can tell it to you honestly.
So my question to you, what will you tell a new author or a person who want to write a book? What kind of advice can you give them?
Um, Trust God's vision for you. There
Mm,
will always be somebody who, has a thought, has an idea. Maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that, and get you off track. But you know what you heard God say to you. Trust
mm.
the vision that God has given you and work that vision, because
Wow.
that's the seed that God will manifest, what He's given to you.
Wow. Trust the vision that God has given. That's a good word. So
Mhm.
my question, the book it's a $20 book. You can get it on Amazon. She also have a prayer journal to go with the book, which is to me is awesome. These are things that we need to build our confidence up, to give us that self-esteem. These are ministry books that God has bestowed on our elders and our teachers and our leaders and our pastors, and you're able to pour back into people. What's next for you?
The next in a series. The book is called I Am Valuable. There it is right there. But there's a series. My next one is I Am Loved. And it's already in the works, already in process. Before I even wrote the book, I had already founded my 501c3 because I matter. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a 501c3 a nonprofit that helps women from in abusive relationships or homeless women. Right now, we've been canvassing. We do take purses with a purpose. Have old purses that we have just sitting around, filling with toiletries and food and snacks, and deliver them to homeless women who are out on the street. It gives them something to keep their things in. Plus, it gives them something to have some snacks and foods in between when they're in between finding spots to go, and has really been a blessing to so many. You mentioned the prayer journal. I'm tag back to that for a second. It was real strategic. God had given me the vision for the book, and it wasn't until I had just about finished the book was being published, and when I end the introduction, I was like, make sure you take some time to pray and journal as you go through this, when you recognize and see things that God is revealing to you, so that you can be healed from them. And then He gave me the seed for the journal. The journal is real strategic. It's 21 days. Everybody knows it takes 21 days to change a habit. Every day is filled with 7 items, the number of completion. You
Mm-hmm.
have your morning scripture, you have an excerpt from the book, you have an impartation about the book, you have questions for you to answer about those areas in your life to help you discover where was it that you got hurt that you didn't even realize it. What is it that you're carrying with you that God has given you the strength now to release? Because sometimes we don't have the strength to release it. And then there's also a daily prayer, and there's an affirmation. Every day you speak the I am about your life, a daily affirmation. So at the
Mm-hmm.
end of 21 days, you develop the new habit where daily you're spending time with God. Daily you're seeking God for direction. Daily you're releasing that stuff you've been holding on to, and daily you're speaking affirmations over your life. So from that day forward, you should have a new path. I can
Wow.
speak that I am all that God created me to be. So it's intentional.
It's intentional. Well,
Mhm.
I just want to thank you guys. We do these pop-ups, book tours, because I want you guys to see what God is doing in this season. For those who are listening, those who are watching the replay, because I have a lot of replays that come back and watch it at nighttime when they get home from work. But we got to understand, listen, these visions that God are doing, they're being fulfilled through His people. And so I am valuable. I am loved. I
That's
am
true.
loved. the more you start speaking that into existence, you'll start seeing it manifest right before your very eyes. But you got to speak it, and you definitely got to believe what God is doing in this season. So I applaud you, Elder, for coming through to hanging out with your girl. Listen, if you want to find out where she at, go ahead. I'm gonna go and pull in her website. You can go ahead and purchase the book off of here. And then she also said it's the ebook. The ebook is on Amazon. And I want you to go there and support her because we are valuable. And you got to start speaking life over to your dead situations. Can these dry bones live? Can they live? Yes, they can.
I'll get started. That's a word right there.
So this is her website, guys. Go ahead and check her out. Let her know Dr. Nikki sent me over here. I want to buy my book because I saw you on Dr. Nikki's show. And Elder, I just thank you for hanging out with your girl for a couple of minutes to let us know what you got going on next. Don't forget, guys, this is on Spotify. This is on Apple Podcasts. It's on Anchor. This is on Google. This is on Listening Notes, Radio Public, and Breaker. We're in 15 countries around the world. If you would like to come on our show, we would love for you to be a guest on our show. And it's always positive. We don't do nothing negative because we don't have time for that negative energy. It's too much media. Listen, it's too much media already tearing us women down. And I want to use this platform as a blessing for God's name to be glorified. So thank you, Elder Woods, for stopping. And if you hold a minute, let me get you together and talk to you. And then we'll see you guys on the next show. You guys take care. And the best is yet to come, guys. You ain't seen nothing yet. Be blessed.